Yo, I'm back once again. Brown Recluse, episode 21. 21, 21. Savage vibes. But, yeah, so I'm back sooner than I thought it would be, you know. But I don't think anyone would complain. Also, shout out to everyone that watched the previous episode. Like, we did the whole thing. Like, you didn't have to go on Facebook, click the link, then watch the YouTube. We gave you like the full video on Facebook. And yeah, so all the people watched on Facebook commented, reacted. Okay, nobody commented, but some people reacted. Shout out to you guys. This will be the new format, since Facebook Watch is now such a wormhole and time waster for people. I thought I'd capitalize and put my shit directly onto Facebook, so that's why it's over there. Instagram didn't work as well because of the time limit. Twitter neither, so that's why the links are there as normal. We would have to like go to YouTube or Castbox for the audio. But nonetheless, I'm back once again. So I always come with that. Come for a reason. I don't just be out here just to be out here. It's album time, official album time. Zero Gravity 4, the next album, the official follow-up to Return of the Thunderous Lover. My first album for 2020, March 21st, which is on a Saturday, which like is weird because normally albums come out on a Friday. So I wanted to like drop an album after the expected album release date. So that's why not Friday, but Saturday. Also, it's a public holiday, which has nothing to do with anything, but I just always wanted to drop an album on a public holiday. So that's Zero Gravity 4. Currently is not done. As time of speaking, it's Wednesday, the 4th of March. So did the initial mixes and then went through all of the songs again, and then hit Dix, engineered by Dix.com for all your audio engineering needs for just final revisions on the album. So that's basically half the album is now being just looked at again, very minor things, but I'm just waiting to get those back so I can start uploading to these digital streaming platforms, so I can hit you with those pre-save links. Anyone want to get on Patreon, you'll get the album as soon as I get it, basically for free download. You just gotta subscribe to my Patreon. And then yeah, so basically I just wanted to run through the idea of the album. Basically, like, I don't know if I'll do a sit down, or whatever's gonna happen, but I just thought I'd quickly cover those things here. So yeah, the album's called Zero Gravity Fall, basically for the reason that it's dropping in fall, which will be known as autumn. And then also, that concept of falling in zero gravity, you never really hit the ground, you just keep rising or floating. So either way, you just keep rising, even when falling. So that's the idea that I thought was cool. So then I just made it Zero Gravity Fall, because I think as long as you can get up again, you never really feel the effects of falling. You just keep going. And that's what I've been doing. All of my fans would know from the extensive catalog available on Apple, iTunes, Spotify, and all other digital retailers. Yeah, so basically the album's usual album format, 10 tracks. Half made on FL Studio, other half made on Reason. I handle production, writing, the usual shit. The only thing I didn't do was engineering, which was engineered by Dix. So basically, I thought I might as well just do a very brief track by track, so I can just get the track list, which is on my phone, which I'm looking at right now. So boom, project starts off with track called Universe. It's basically one verse, like a universe. Get it? So just some intro bars, to open up the project. Then from there we got Too Hot, which is more turned up, more high energy. Track 3 is Granuloma, which, like, if you've been religiously watching the Brown Recluse last year, you'll know exactly the where this track comes from, the idea of the track, the concept of it. So I'm not gonna explain it again. Go through all the old episodes and find it. Then Live from Chalmers, all the Star Wars fans would get that reference. Since it's like Zero Gravity Falls, the space aesthetic to the album art, which will come out tomorrow if you're watching this Friday. So yeah, obviously Star Wars is gonna be an influence. Like I watched, I was watching the Mandalorian series while coming up with this track. How can I say? Deciding which tracks I'm gonna put on the album. So that Star Wars influence was present. But I'm not like a geek fan. Like, I don't know trivia and shit. Like, I still haven't finished Rise of Skywalker because I watched it at the cinema. Not gonna say where. Don't want to put them on blast. Then they have some power grid problems. Shit shuts down like half hour into the movie. So I was like, but then they gave like two comp tickets, but the only place where the cinema is at the specific mall that I know of. So never bothered to go back. Then track 5 we have Quartery, which is connected to the Granuloma track. Not in theme specifically, but just those. Like I said, go to the old episodes of the podcast, find the full story. If you don't do that, embrace the mystery of not knowing. Then we got Atmosphere, which is the track that took the most mixes to get done. Basically, there was just one element that was throwing it out, but me and Dix, we figured it out. Then track 7 is called Grow, which is my favorite track on the album, personally. So I'm hoping a lot of people will fuck with that one as well. Because normally I'll be like, yo, it's my favorite track on the album. And then it's kind of the one nobody pays much attention to. So hopefully that doesn't happen with this track. Then track 8 is Maintain. Similar in sound to Grow, which is why I placed them together. Just because they have one feel. So I wanted to encapsulate them on their own kind of section in the album. You get them back to back before you move on to something else. And then track 9 is Autumn, which is a shift from Maintain and Grow. That vibe is more like just rapping, just rhyming words, more flow based than bar based, if you get what I'm trying to say. And then track 10 is a song called Up, which is more high energy than Autumn. It ends the album on a high, I would say. It would kind of be like if Too Hot would be the first kind of high energy track on the album, then Up would be its successor right at the end of the project. So yeah, it's basically Zero Gravity Fall, a brief run through. Yeah, like for more info, you can request that full sit down with, you can fill in the blank as to who that sit down would be with, Shout Out Spectators Gorda. And yeah, it's the album. These beats were from the same batch of 50 that Return of the Thunderous Lover was on. So yeah, like the next album comes from the same batch as well. And yeah, it's, you all know the vibes, 2 Jimi albums. And I know I posted I only got 3 albums left in me, and then Lazon was like, nah, I know you gotta have 300 more or something, not the exact words, but she didn't say 300, but she wasn't ready for me to call, to have a curtain call on Jimi Priceless, which it wasn't. It was just more I would say, a curtain call on doing things this way, I guess, 10-track album, getting it engineered and all of that shit. Because, I mean, sometimes, like if you run a business and you put money into a business and that shit's you're not seeing a return, then, it's not, is it feasibly, not feasibly, is it financially responsible to, is it fiscally responsible to still keep that business open? Probably not. So, yeah. That's to anyone that saw the post, it's, oh shit, it's Jimi Priceless retiring. Nah, but I'm still, being realistic about the shit. But I mean, I still gave myself a set out timeline, when I started this pursuit of a full-time music / creative career. So, I still have a good amount of months left to make something happen. So, it's just sometimes, you just, all creators will relate. Sometimes you just be like, what's the use? But I'm still out to grinding, still being productive. Speaking of projects, began working on Enterprise Volume 2. So, I send them voice notes to format frickin' MCKD just to let them know I'm gonna need them verses again. I don't know how many verses each one are coming through with this time. More or less, I don't know. We'll see, once I actually finish the beats and send them the tracks. So yeah, I'm one beat in. It's about 3/4 finished writing my parts for it. Finish writing it today, summer. Because like with that process again, that's more like production line creativity, where I give myself 3 days to make a beat, write, and then just finalize the feel or the direction of the song. So first day, boom, just make the beat, well, not the whole beat, just enough for me to write over, and with all the elements I'm gonna use. Day 2, I start writing. Day 3, if need be, like as today, I'll finish writing and then decide on the official song title, which is difficult if you be writing just bars. So you never know. Last album we had RTL 22. This time you might have RTL 32 or some shit, if I'm too lazy to think of a name. But yeah, what I'm saying, I'm slightly grinding. I don't know. Maybe I just need to go listen to some Kanye, just to hype myself up again, because Kanye will make him, okay, not anymore, but it used to make them the ultimate self-belief anthems, like Touch the Sky, Can't Tell Me Nothing, Saint Pablo, even from the life of Pablo. So, shout out to Kanye. Last episode I did like, special dedication to like OG Lil Wayne. Let me give a shout out to the OG Kanye, who's basically technically OG, he's been in the game since 2004, even before then as a producer. I think 2001 as a producer. I don't know, you can fact check me, but I just want to say shout out to Kanye. Maybe I need to go listen to Graduation, get that fire in my belly that I got the first time I heard it. That made me actually want to be like, oh shit, I want to make my own music too. So yeah, that's it for the Brown Recluse episode 21. I'll be back with Lou Mavin next Friday for episode 11 of the Deluxe Edition. But until then, enjoy the weekend. Keep streaming my music on Tidal, Spotify, wherever. And engage. Pop me a message, comment, share, react. And yeah, let's keep this shit going. I'm out.